where the G-spot is. Does it even exist? Does every woman feel pleasure through it? Why does it feel weird for me? I got to. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the truth about the G-spot, where it is, how to find it, how it feels, what is anatomically, so you can learn everything you need to know about this juicy, sacred spot. I'm Elisa Caro, a sex and relationship coach. And if you want to experience orgasmic sex and fulfilling relationship, you're in the right place. Make sure you give a thumb up to this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be sharing with you so many juicy information so that you can have a more fulfilling sex life. Lately, I've been reconnecting with my G-spot and it feels so nice. It's beyond pleasure actually. The G-spot really helps women, and me for sure, to feel more connected with my emotion, with my heart, and to release stagnant emotion that I might be feeling. Women's sexuality, it's amazing, can link to so much pleasure, so many different types of orgasms. By the way, check my video on the 9 types of female orgasms. It's pretty epic. You will find the link below. But women's sexuality go beyond that. It almost feels like the orgasms are a byproduct. When women feel free in their sexuality, then they don't only experience pleasure, but also a sense of wholeness, connectedness, sense of ecstasy, bliss, and flow through life. Because our sexual energy is also our creative force. And when we allow it to flow, we just feel more alive. The G-spot is part of the female prostate. Embryologically is what in male bodies became the prostate. That's why it's called that way. It's made of erectile tissue, and that makes it becoming more engorged with arousal and when a woman feels very turned on. Ancient tradition referred to the G-spot as the sacred spot. It's a exquisite place on the female bodies. And it comes equipped with glands that can produce the squirting. Isn't that amazing? It's the female ejaculation. If you want to learn how to squirt, there is a step-by-step tutorial. Have a look here, and I will put the link below so that you can learn how to do it. Where do we find it? The G-spot is located on the upper wall of the vagina. So imagine if this is vagina, and we insert the fingers and you curve them, then you're touching the G-spot. The depth of where it is, it can vary given different bodies. For most women, it's actually quite close to the entrance. And for some other women, it's a little bit more deep inside. That could vary between a couple of centimeters to a little bit longer. And for most women, it's quite obvious where it is. However, for a low percentage, such as about 7%, is not as clear where it is. How does it feel? Well, from your finger perspective, it feels spongy and the surface feels a bit rough. So it's spongy and rough. If you touch your palate with your tongue, you might feel a bit rough. That is a similar consistency. However, given different bodies, sometimes it can be a little bit different. But that's how it feels for most women. From the inside, it can lead to a lot of pleasure, as I was mentioning earlier. But sometimes it comes with the feeling of needing to pee, moreover at the start. Because as you press the G-spot, just behind this cushion of erectile tissue, there is the urethra, which is the canal that links outside of the body to the bladder. So my advice would be to make sure your bladder is empty, so you don't feel self-conscious about it. And then keep touching and relaxing, because the more you touch it, the more you can awaken more sensitivity and pleasure. You actually don't have to pee. It's just because you're touching the urethra. And as you're pleasuring it, this erectile tissue will become bigger, and the distance between your finger and the urethra will become bigger. The cushion, it gets engorged. And so you will feel a little bit less the feeling of pain. It can feel very pleasurable, but it can also feel very emotional. This spot is very beautiful. And because it's connected through the pelvic nerve, its orgasm can be very cathartic and emotional, which is a good thing. But sometimes if the woman is experiencing a little bit of stagnant emotion, or maybe she has been storing some emotion in her body, that could link to some emotional release, which could look like tears, rage, or sadness. And that's part of sexual healing. So when that's happening, welcome it with a positive attitude. Because as you're releasing those tears, those anger, those unpleasant emotions, there is more pleasure for you on the other side. There is more lightness for you on the other side, more aliveness and more connectedness. We cannot just feel good, right, all the time. If we want to feel, we need to feel. And sometimes it's pleasurable and sometimes it's unpleasant. And if we don't want to feel the unpleasant, then we numb ourselves and we're missing out on so much. So my advice to you is to massage the G-spot. Most women I'm working with, and I work with hundreds of women. If we count the workshop, I taught thousands. So what's happening is that most of them, when they self-pleasure, they don't do any penetrative touch. And so they're not including their G-spot, the cervix, and all the other parts in their self-pleasure routine. And then penetration doesn't feel as good, whether it's with fingers, with toys, or penises. So my advice to you is to actually include some touch in your G-spot as you self-pleasure practice. Massage it, because through massage you're going to bring more sensitivity to it. And if you want to learn how to squirt, then I got you. Have a look at my step-by-step tutorial to learn how to squirt. I'm going to put the link below and you can find it also here. And if you like the content, please share this video on Facebook or with your friends. Please be part of spreading conscious sexuality. There is so much shame and guilt around sexuality that makes me sad, because it's so beautiful when we can live sexuality in a more open way that leads to more freedom, empowerment, and pleasure. If you want to experience an orgasmic life and feel ease and freedom in your sex life, I got you. I made a beautiful online course for women to feel more pleasure, empowerment, and freedom in the bedroom. I will put the link below. Have a look.